from Tucson, Arizona, village of the spring at the foot of the Black Mountain. This is In Broken English with Grísel Wilson. And now, your host, Grísel Wilson.
Hello everybody, happy holidays. Is it snowing out there? I'm just kidding. Sometimes it seems like hell is relocating to Tucson. It's December and it's still warm out there. Come on in. So, how are the holidays treating you this year? Did you all have a nice Thanksgiving? Oh, you know, Latin America does not celebrate it, mainly because there was no turkey to be served for dinner to welcome the Spaniards by the indigenous people. What they had to offer, though, was gold, and we all know what happened next. You know, my memories of holidays come mainly from food being cooked in the kitchen. Holidays bring families together. Wait, families together? This is like when you go to a psychologist for the first time. You go inside with a few problems, but when you leave, you hate your entire family. So, what's going on with the drama during the holidays? Well, here are my 2 cents on the subject. I was visiting with a dear friend of mine right before Thanksgiving this year. She knows that I'm all about family, so she asked me, "What are you guys eating this year for Thanksgiving?" I think she expected me to talk about the humongous turkey I could barely fit in the refrigerator. But my answer was, whatever a good restaurant in Vegas is serving. She said, "What?" Yep, this was the first Thanksgiving I did not spend with the family. Let me go back a little so I can tell you what happened. I always thought that my job as a mother was to keep the family together, right? Make good memories so in the future my kids fondly remember them and then transfer those memories and traditions to their kids. You know, create my own family universe. Well, I'm no longer the center of the universe in my family. Shocking, huh? See, I have watched many funny holiday movies that show families driving from one house to the other, trying to please everyone. I should know better. But in my mind, those movies do not represent the reality of my family. I mean, we don't fight. We don't have bitter arguments. We do not leave mom and dad alone for the holidays. We kind of do. Back in my native Guatemala, we always celebrated Christmas with our family. Christmas Eve was the greatest. We opened gifts at midnight. Even little kids were awake all night, anxiously waiting for Santa to deliver the presents, even though we already knew that our parents had bought them. It was fun. Dinner at midnight with the traditional tamales and the warm fruit punch that everyone loved, especially the adults that will spice it up with rum. And I tell you, us kids, when nobody was paying attention, and that happened very often, we spiced up our drinks too, with the leftovers in the bottles, just to feel what the happiness of the adults was all about. You want to know something funny? Neither one of my sisters or myself became alcoholics. Go figure that. And the fireworks? Ay, holy maracas. How many times I was almost burned by a firecracker. So our dad taught us how to light up the fuse. But for us, the most important thing was to run as fast as we could to find cover. He even showed us how to light up the fuse by putting the firecracker at the end of the stick. We even learned to take a puff at a cigarette so we could light up the firecrackers. It was given to us by our parents, of all people. ¿Qué tiempos esos? Wow. So we love to dance. Oh my goodness, we did. So for Christmas and New Year's, one or two families in the neighborhood will provide the music. And I say provide because it was so loud that the whole neighborhood had to listen to it. Us kids, we had a blast. Our neighbors came over to wish us Merry Christmas. You know, even friends who live from far away from our home will stop by. It was a frenzy when midnight was approaching because all of us had to be in our homes by the 12 bell rings from the town church. When that happened, we all gathered around the Christmas tree and hugged each other. The kids were always ready to open their presents, but we had to have dinner first. The horror of waiting. So, those Guatemalan tamales, accompanied by French bread, can you believe it? Tamales and bread, and the warm fruit punch were swallowed in less than 5 minutes. We all sat around the tree waiting for Mom to distribute the presents, you know. We never had anything expensive, but we enjoyed them as if it was the most valuable thing in the whole world. Nowadays, children don't seem to perceive it in the same way, but I think it has a lot to do with parents giving their, presents all year round without a reason, right? And every time those kids want something more expensive. Anyway, when we came to the United States, I was lucky in one way. I didn't have any close family nearby who I had to choose between. My kids and I were together for those days, Thanksgiving and Christmas. No ifs, ands, or buts. Whether we were at homes of our dear friends or in our own, we were always together. In other words, I became the center of my family's universe. So growing up in that holiday environment of pure joy was what formed the memories. Those memories that I wanted to transfer to my kids and my kids to their kids and so on and so forth. But one thing I failed to put into perspective, and it was that my kids will grow up and they will start a life separately from me. So that takes me back to the past Thanksgiving. My kids have plans on their own. Oh, wait. What do you guys mean you cannot be here all day with us? Oh, you want me to cook breakfast so you can go to your in-laws and your friends to celebrate in the afternoon? Oh, no, you didn't. So with my heart in a knot, I preached to them about my role in the family. But after the speech, I agreed to do breakfast. Later on that night, I poured my heart out to my husband. I told him how hurtful it was that I was becoming less and less relevant to them. He patiently listened to me, and when I was done, he said, "Grísel, forget Thanksgiving breakfast. Let's go to Vegas." And off we went. It was miserable for me there. My imagination brought back all the memories that I have created for my kids. Believe me, not even the ding, 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 ding of the machines as I won took away my sadness. And I usually become really excited when I win. Yeah. And then it hit me. Not a jackpot, but a memory. I remember something that had been put in the back of my mind for a long time. One year, when I was in Guatemala with my kids, I announced to my parents that from then on, I was going to have Christmas at my home instead of theirs. Well, my parents had the same reaction I had. The only difference was they couldn't run away to Vegas, mainly because there was never been Las Vegas in Guatemala. So in front of a penny machine, I closed my eyes and I cried. Wow, karma is a bitch. We'll be right back.
Tú que estás lejos de tus amigos, de tu tierra y de tu hogar.
By golly, well done, Punch, old chap. Merry Christmas.
I love you, bro.
Welcome back. Are you okay? I'm okay. So I cried in front of the penny machine. A lady who was sitting next to me asked me, "Did you lose your red money, honey?" All the casinos have counseling for gamblers, you know. I told her the story and she said, "Why do you think that I'm in Vegas? Nobody wants to come to visit me anymore." I asked her if she had done the same thing to her parents in the past, and she answered, "Who, me? No, I was always an angel with them." Sure you were. The point is that we tend not to remember when we are the ones who cause heartbreaks to our loved ones and tend to overreact when that happens to us. You can call it karma or just fact of life, but the thing is that we need to learn to deal with it. Our families are not perfect, not by a stretch. So on this season where we're supposed to put aside our differences, where we're supposed to love one another, we need to make an effort and appreciate every moment of joy life gives us. A friend of mine once said, "I don't understand why can't we just enjoy the holidays without the drama? All we need to do is eat, drink, and smile." But for mothers like me, we need much more than that. We need to leave behind all the problems that hurt us, as well as the well-meant manipulation we are so used to, and enjoy being together, even if it's only for breakfast. So, how did my story end? Well, let me put it this way. I'm still working on it. My kids are too. Life is too short to be wasted in grudges, don't you think? You thought this magnificent dinner I made is just for us? We as a family decided that we will find someone in need to bring our beautiful dinner to and make Christmas more meaningful this year. We found just the right family. Merry Christmas, everybody. And remember to live your life respecting others so you can get the respect you deserve. And if that doesn't work, remember that karma is a bitch.